But anyway, speaking of things that suck, I messaged you earlier today, and yes,
Yes, I did.
this will get me some hate. I asked you, which this actually turned out perfect because Jake postponed, then messed up his schedule, and it turned out great because at Elimination Chamber, Danhausen debuted in WWE.
I looked into him, and so you're gonna get hate for it, which leads me to believe you don't care for Danhausen.
Okay, here's my opinion of Danhausen is nuanced, but basically here
Interesting.
it is. The character can work. He just has yet to do it. And I don't know if it's his fault because here's the thing. Danhausen is a character that was invented for the indies. He does
Yes.
not work on a weekly episodic television program that is treated with any degree of legitimacy, even fictionally speaking.
Interesting.
And here's the
Okay.
thing, because I predicted
Interesting.
this, I predicted this with AEW because this goes back to when Ben before he passed. He was all excited because Danhausen was going to debut on AEW. At least that was the rumor, but it seemed pretty obvious. Like it was only a matter of time. His Ring of Honor contract was coming to an end. AEW didn't own Ring of Honor yet, and it was like he's going to go to AEW because WWE is not even going to look at him. Um, and I said, here's what's going to happen with Danhausen. He's going to debut. He's going to get an initial pop, but you can't do anything with that character. Like he can't win titles. Like,
Interesting.
well, because he's a comedy character.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
he can't win
Okay.
titles
So okay.
without completely delegitimizing your championship.
Okay. So I have a couple of so yeah, I did. It's really funny because I didn't recognize him by name, but then when you sent me or I Googled him and I went, oh no, no, yeah. Initially I thought he was related to Sting because his makeup reminds me of Sting. Um, and I was like, oh no, I do know who he is because I've seen clips of him pop up on my TikTok because I've done this a few times. My TikTok is now awash with professional wrestling videos, which I'm not against. But it reminded me of something someone said about the 1990s in professional wrestling, which is like everyone needed a gimmick. So he reminds me of a character ripped right from the 1980s and 90s. Like
He
that's the vibe he's given me, where he's a colorful character in a world that isn't that anymore.
Here's the thing about Danhausen, and he wouldn't know that. Well, he might know this because I think he's from Chicago originally, but maybe. So you wouldn't know this because this is a local thing where I live. He reminds me
Yeah.
very much of Sammy Terry, and anybody who's
Okay.
from Indiana know, or I don't know if you know who Sammy Terry is. I don't think so,
Nope.
but
No.
local television host introduced the weekend movie, and he was like a zombie-esque character, Sammy Terry. Get it?
Good evening. Welcome to 2 maddening hours of horror and fright. I am Sammy Terry.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I know we have a character called Ed the Sock. He's a sock puppet that smokes a cigar.
Of course, by the time you see this, hopefully I'll have long since disappeared from society, living on a private island like Howard Hughes and married to Destiny's Child. Yes, all three of them. It's my island and my laws. Fuck.
Yeah.
He's a knockoff of Triumph the comic dog. He did a late night Skin o Max show. I get the kind of vibe
Yeah,
you're
you
going
get the
for.
deal.
Yeah.
Danhausen reminds me so much of Sammy Terry. And here's the thing, he can be utilized. And funnily enough, WWE actually did what like Triple H watches this show because here's the thing. I said there is only one way you can make Danhausen work in AEW, and it's if he believes his curses work, and then incidentally things happen. He's like, ah, see, I cursed you. And here's what they did. Dominic Mysterio had the Intercontinental Championship. They do a backstage bit where Danhausen curses him, and then they go,
That's the bit I watched. I watched that bit, and yeah.
and then Penta wins the Intercontinental Championship from Dominic because something went wrong. and Penta capitalized on it.
So it's not the fact that he's a makeup character
No,
that makes it's because Penta, because I was gonna be like, I watched some videos about I watched one of your videos that you sent me about Penta, and I'm like, Penta's a very masked up colorful character, and he did win a championship, so it's the fact that he's a comedy character that you would
it's
say
it's
makes it so he can't win a championship.
it's not even because comedy characters can be dumb, but you have to toe a line to maintain your legitimacy. And characters like Danhausen and Orange Cassidy, when the comedy bit requires the other person to obviously play along, it's not
Is Is Danhausen, because I saw like a independent match he did, so I didn't really get to see his WWE stuff, but is he a heel or a face character?
he can technically he okay, so from what I understand, because I'll be honest, I didn't watch any of Danhausen on the indies because I was sent one video where he did the tequila bit, and
You're like, I'm out.
I'm out. I can't because it requires, for those who don't know, on the indies, Danhausen, the song Tequila would play, and his opponents would both lie prostrate on either side of the ring apron, and he would dance over to them, kick them, and then dance over to the other one and kick them. It required both of them to
I'm
sit
out.
and cooperate. I'm out. This
No,
this
I'm
is
out. I'm
I
out.
believe my exact words were this is fucking stupid. Um
I, I, he's not a character. I love his character in concept. I love his character in concept. In execution, it's too silly for me.
well, but here's the thing, you can make it work, but like I said, the trick is he has to believe that he can curse people. And then the job of the television program is to give you enough instances to think maybe he can.
Okay, but here's my okay. How far can you stretch the reality of the internal reality of professional wrestling?
Pretty far if you do it right. But that's the trick is you have to do it right because you have to think about what you've already done and where you want to go and how to keep that logically consistent.
So, okay, I just have a series of follow-up questions. Does there any mention of what Danhouse's curses actually do
No, and that's
in universe?
no, and that is actually kind of why it might work because it's not specific. It just means something you're cursed, something bad will happen.
Because like, couldn't they theoretically? Because I saw a really funny clip of I can't remember the guy's name, but of someone botching something really badly, and then you see RKO Randy Orton break, and he just starts pissing himself laughing. So could you do it where it's a bad luck curse,
Yes,
and they intentionally?
that's essentially what it is, which is kind of what happened to Dom. Now they did it in a way that worked because you're not sure if it was Danhausen's curse, but he did curse him backstage. And Dom's had
Because
that title for a long time.
could they then theoretically do a thing where you have your guys intentionally botch moves so
Yeah,
that it looks like it's then that way then the curses are what I guess we're both agreeing in different ways on the same idea, I think is what it sounds like.
but the deal
Where
is
you
it can't always be immediate, right? Danhausen curses someone. Maybe nothing happens. Maybe nothing happens
Yeah.
for 3 months. But and then here's the beauty how you can actually use the character to protect your wrestling company because let's say there's a legitimate botch.
Yeah,
Aha!
yeah, yeah. It's a curse. Yeah,
Remember,
exactly.
remember
Yeah, yeah.
Danhausen cursed you in September.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. That's I think I agree because a thing I've discovered for me is I like this again. I hate saying this, but I like the wrestling matches that feel like they're real fights.
Yeah.
And a character where he's a cartoon character, but also that comes with an asterisk because were Danhausen a character in Kinnikuman and he threw out curses at people, I'd fucking love him.
See,
So
that
like
yeah, that's the thing because the gimmick can work because here's the thing. The gimmick is actually Dominic Danhausen is a real person. And the gimmick is that he's possessed by a demon. But
Okay. That's interesting.
the demon's somewhat benign because
Interesting.
his
Okay.
whole deal is Danhausen very nice, very evil.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cause like, okay. I would, I have to. So there's a plot line in Kinnikuman where the bad guys get tired of getting beaten by the power of friendship, so they capture the power of friendship in a box, and now all the good guys are dicks to each other. They're all assholes to each other.